Making friends is not that hard, okay? Let me show you how to do it right, especially as a young adult. Now, in this series, we're going to be talking about friendships, especially how to make friends as a young adult. Making friends in adulthood is pretty easy, guys. Like, it is not rocket science, and I'm going to show you how in this video. The very first way to make friends as a young adult is to first of all find yourself. I actually made a video prior here where I talked about why a number of Gen Zs are lonely and a number of reasons why a couple of us don't make friends, especially good friendships, build friendships in adulthood. So if you have not watched that video, do check it out before you watch this one. Now, how do you make friends as a young adult? The very first thing, guys, is find yourself. That's it, guys. Find yourself. Find who you are. Find what you like. Find what you're interested in. Okay? Find yourself. Find your interests. Find who you are as a person. It really helps you because it's only when you know yourself that you can find people who you would be able to build friendships with. Okay, so first of all, find yourself. The second way, pretty easy, guys, is to find people. I know it seems ridiculous. Like, what do you mean by find people? But I mean that literally. Find people, communities. And how do you find people? First of all, it first starts with your interests. So what are you interested in? If you're interested in books, can you find book clubs? If you're interested in social activities, can you find events? If you're interested in working out and fitness, can you find the gym? The second thing primarily is to find people, because it is only when you find people that you will now be able to find your people. I don't know, these rhymes, they just come. Okay, so find people. I'll do another video on where to meet people who you can build friendships with as a young adult, but find people, right? So you're talking online, you're talking social media, you're talking YouTube communities, but because a lot of us like to hide behind our keypads. More than that, find physical locations. So what do I mean by that? Go to church physically, go out. It's the same way we talk about how especially for people who are single, we say, oh, if you want to meet someone, right, the person is not going to come and meet you in your house. Literally, it's the same way. So go out, go for work events, go for conferences, find people, especially when you go to gatherings of people who are interested in what you are interested in, right? It really helps to now begin to niche down and find your people. All right, so those are just two simple ways, quite frankly, on how to make friends. Find yourself and find people. Now let's get to how do you find your people. So how do you find your people? I think the very first thing is to understand what the true meaning of friendship is. Like, who is a friend? A lot of people confuse this because they sometimes call acquaintances friends, sometimes trust the wrong people with friends. Who is a friend, right? A friend is someone you know well and like, often someone you trust, you enjoy spending time with, sharing interests with, and supporting each other. There are different categories of friendships. You have work colleagues, you have acquaintances, you have hang-out friends, you have church friends, you have friends, that's close-knit circle of friends. So I think the very first thing that we need to work on is understanding primarily who is a friend. When people talk about friends, right, you want to know who a friend is to you. What does actually friendship mean to you? A lot of people don't know what they're looking for. You have to know what you're looking for. That's where this first stage comes in. In finding your people, you have to know what you're looking for. Are you looking for an acquaintance? Are you looking for just a temporary friend, somebody to just hang out with? Or are you actually looking to build true friendships? If you are looking to build true friendships, that's what this video is about, and that's what I want to share here today. Okay, so the very first step is identification. Who would you like to be friends with? You need to identify them. You need to find these people. So you found the people, now you're looking for your own people. When you go for this gathering, who do you see that you vibe with? Who do you see that, oh, this person, said something that makes me, that I am interested in, that makes me think, oh, this person seems like someone that will be really interesting. Okay, so identification is the first thing. It's pretty much easy. You found a group of people, you found a community. Now finding your own people and building your own friends is identification. Who would you like to be friends with? That's pretty much it. Who is the person that you see in the crowd and you're like, hey, who is that person that you see on social media and you're like, hey, I want to shoot you a friendship shot. I want to reach out to this person. I want to say hi. I want to meet up. I want to see if, based on the conversations that we've had, based on the perspective that I have of this person, whether we would vibe together. That's pretty much it. Identify. The next step is venture out. Pretty much shoot your shot. Like, don't be scared. Even if they tell you no, you move on. This life. It's funny because even some of the people who have maybe not given me a very welcoming response initially, maybe like I met someone and I was trying to build a friendship and they didn't give me a very welcoming response because they were also being cautious of who is this new person, are some of the people that I now really vibe with. So don't be scared to venture out. Like, shoot your shot. Okay, so you've identified this person, or this, start with one person, but this group of people, right? Now shoot your shot. Now venture out. Very simple. The Bible says, he who wants to make friends must show himself friendly. Proverbs 18:24. He who wants to make friends must show himself friendly. So just be friendly. Say, hi, you look nice today. Oh, I love your outfit. Oh, I love your watch. Whether a guy or a lady. Oh, I really like what you spoke about. Especially if you're in events or in your gatherings that are related to your interests, it's easy to pick up conversation topics. It's easy to start up conversations, right, with those people. So just start out, just hi, reach out with a friendly hand, and hopefully they extend the same friendly hand to you. Now, don't get your expectations high. Okay, don't expect the person to be like, oh, and be all friendly. And some people are more reserved, some people are more cautious, and they gently open up to people, especially because, again, this person doesn't know you from Adam. So person cannot just open up like that, right? So, but still, it doesn't stop you from venturing out. So venture out, ask, say hi, say, oh, are you on social media? I usually don't like to collect contacts, there's WhatsApp contacts, except in certain situations. Maybe the person has a business, or I have a business I'm trying to sell. I would typically first follow on social media, maybe YouTube, maybe Instagram, maybe LinkedIn, and from there now start to build a friendship. So I typically don't want to come off as too strong. So you want to be careful that you don't come off too strong, too clingy, to, oh, I want to be your friend, and it's giving attachment issues, too clingy and whatnot. You want to also respect yourself and respect the person. Okay, the next step after venturing out is start small. What do I mean by start small? You've met at the event, you've had a conversation, you've gotten your Instagram handles or something like that. Now follow the person, send a DM and say, hi, this is so person, I met you at this, it was so nice to meet out with you. Start small. Don't come off again too strong. Start by saying hi, start by sending nice messages. Please don't spam the person. Some of you people are traumatic, especially in the social media age. Don't spam, right? Just genuinely care about the person. If you do get a WhatsApp contact, say, oh, hi, I said, I would like to get your WhatsApp number, maybe we can chat more on WhatsApp. Like the post, make some, do haha when they are doing haha, that kind of thing, especially if you like the person, right? It's easy to be friends with somebody that you already vibe with. And if you also sense that this person is opening up and, also feels that they vibe with you, right? You don't want to, it's painful, sometimes to actually be the friend who is the one that is always giving the attention, or the friend that is always, doing all the check-ins and doing everything. You want a two-way thing, right? You don't want to be seen as someone who is the only one giving. So gauge, really, this person's response to you will determine your own response back to the person. Okay, so start small. Little, happy birthday. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, the dress you have on is so pretty. Small. Don't, oh, I would like to hang out with you. I don't know you. Why will I hang out with you? Do you understand? I actually have another video that I talked about friends. A video that I spoke with one of my friends, Fanu, who has actually built a beautiful network of friends, and she's finally so gifted with friends. And she talked about reaching out and venturing out, particularly in this video here, and I'd like for you to check it out. It will help in understanding how to venture out, how to start small, how to reach out. Okay, the next thing after starting small is build consistencies. This step is a problem for Gen Zs. People don't know how to follow up. Follow up in church is a skill. Or if you need to go and join them, go and learn following up. You want to build consistency, especially if you really want to be friend with this person. Chats. Hi, how are you doing? How was your day? Hi, how was this? How was this? Hi, how was this? How was this? Sometimes, again, right, because we're different human beings, for different people, it could come off as you're coming off too strong. Some people, especially if you're making friends with someone who maybe is in a different social class than you, or maybe more accomplished than you, the person might feel like you want to gain something from the person. So be careful, but still check in. With consistency, actually, people can tell whether you're coming in for what they have or for who they are. Whether you're actually interested in what's in their pocket, the network that they have access to, or who they are as individuals. So just watch out for that, right? Just build consistency, okay, in checking up. So very easily, start out with birthday messages, happy new month messages. If they're having events maybe that they organize, you can show some support. Try gently to start being available as they open up to you. This is very important. Focus on what I'm saying. I'm saying as they open up to you. It is the hand that they extend to you that will determine the kind of handshake that you give. So be careful that you don't go overboard. And quite frankly, sometimes if you go overboard, because some of us are very jovial, very passionate, very focused, don't feel bad that the person doesn't meet you at the same level. Okay, understand that, especially if you made the first step to becoming this person's friend, the person is still opening up to you. Okay, it's kind of like in dating, right? So yeah, just find the balance in between that as you build consistency. The next thing is to communicate. My darling Gen Zs, the world does not revolve around you. You are going to have to communicate with this friend. Check in, say hi, how are you doing? Listen. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It's not just about you talking, it's also about you listening. As this person starts to open up to you, listen. All right, listen. Share your own ideas, share your own thoughts, but listen as well. And then whenever you notice a period of silence between yourself, reach out, check in on them whenever they cross your minds, as you start to build. Because remember, I need you to understand that friendship takes time to build, but as you start to build, you can do check-ins. As your friendship evolves, you now start to know whether you can how to send gifts, how to check in on the person. If you have the person's address, if you're in school, right, you can go to the person's room. If you're in the hostels, there's so many things, right, that you can do. Just show yourself as somebody that is interested in this person. Next, show yourself as a trustworthy person. And this one goes for both genders, but my ladies, please don't be making friends with people just to go gossip about them behind their backs. Okay, if this person, as they open up to you, share something about themselves to you and say, oh, they haven't even told anybody about this, don't now go and record a video on YouTube and say, oh, I have one friend and that friend struggles with this. Protect their privacy. Show yourself as someone who they can trust, someone who has integrity. Don't use their issues and their matters to spread gossip. Okay, and don't use it as gist. Not everything is gist. Alright. So show yourself as a trustworthy person, especially if you want to build friendship. If you don't want to build friendship with this person, then okay, it's not fine. But then there's no reason why you need to do this. But if you value this person and you want to build a lasting friendship with this person, show yourself as someone who they can trust. Another way, apart from not spreading their rumors, is also be trustworthy in terms of showing yourself as somebody that they can rely on when they need help. Now, while I don't encourage financially too early, sometimes if you're really interested in this person, if they have issues. It's okay to show up financially. Be careful, because again, money matters. But be careful. Show up by being available for their big days, being available virtually, being available physically, being available gift-wise. If they're having birthdays, if a family member passed, if they post something on their page about their relatives, just be human. Gen Z, be a human being that is intentional about relationships, okay? Be vulnerable. And now, this be vulnerable, please, caveats, because people can say be vulnerable and then can open your wardrobes or secrets to any Tom, Dick, and Harry and think that they will not spread it on Twitter. Please, I did not say that. Be vulnerable, but only as you start to build trust. So gauge your vulnerability meters. Start to open up little things about yourself. It might be as simple as, this is my favorite food. What's your own favorite food? This is my favorite color. What's your favorite color? This is what I like doing. Oh, you like this too. Be vulnerable, be open. Don't be closed off. A lot of us as Gen Zs are closed off. We're hard, we're very calloused, we're very guarded, especially because a number of us have had some very annoying, painful friendship heartbreak is painful, man, no lie, but it makes us closed off. Don't be closed off. Be vulnerable, be open is what I'm saying. Be open to try again. Be open to receive and give love again. Be open to friendships again. Be open to slumber parties and hangouts and going for birthday parties. Be open to just showing up for people and allowing people showing up for yourself. This particular one I struggled with a lot, and I think God really helped me, because my friends really helped me to be vulnerable, because I used to take the position of the strong friend. I didn't want to open up to people. I wanted them to open up to me, but it doesn't work that way. So be open to friendships, to relationships. Allow people to help you as much as you also help people, okay? Finally, and this is what I'm going to close on, pray. You want to make friends, you want to build lasting friendships, especially as a young adult. Maybe you realize that you don't have as many friends right now as you used to have. Maybe you were in school, or maybe you weren't really a nice person. Maybe you really messed up your friendships and you now want to level up. You want to change that. Pray to God to lead you to friends. Pray. I'm telling you guys, I prayed. I will lie. I prayed. I prayed that God lead me and give me friends. I prayed that God give me friends. And even when He answered my prayers, I didn't realize He had answered, because the friends didn't come in the way I expected. I was expecting squad goals, Instagram tribe, my circle, my Shaylas, but they came as regular people, who were human like me, who were weird like me, who were growing like me. And initially, I thought I was there to help them, but I realized they were actually sent to help me. So pray, and when you get the answer to your prayers, ask God to open your eyes to actually see the answer, because sometimes we have weird perspectives of how our friends should be perfect, and they should just be amazing, and they should just look out for us. They should be doing this, and that. And when we get the people who are our friends, we realize that some of them are some crazy people, but we love them like that, right? And we want to grow with them. We want to learn with them. We also realize our inadequacies as human beings. So I pray for everyone watching this video, because if you click this, then it really means that you desire to get friends, to build friendships as a young adult or as an adult, right? I pray that God leads you to good friends, to quality friends, that you grow, that you build friendships that last the test of time, all right? Friendships that, your squad, that eventually become your squad, your tribe, and eventually your children can even call family friends. Okay, guys, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, share other ways on how you have found that you can make friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.